kick off my shoes. Hello, I'm Natalie, the So Hungry Hippie person. The Hungry Hippie?
You are the.
What does that make you?
Just hungry, because I'm hungry.
Just hungry. All right, well, it is so great to be here. This is our Sunday live tutorial tonight. I'm going to show you how easy it is to make this pattern protector project. We're going to build this all together using So Hungry Hippie 10 gauge clear vinyl and So Hungry Hippie water resistant canvas for the binding, because then you don't have to worry about any frayed edges. And the grommet section, I'm going to do that next week, because I'm going to show you how to set the grommet in vinyl and how to set it in fabric. And I just want it to live on its own little tutorial, because if you want to know how to set a grommet, you don't want to have to sit through this project, okay? So that's what we're doing. When I am using a pattern, I stuck this one in here. Oftentimes it comes with pattern pieces and I tend to lose them, even though I have this manila folder system that I've used for a few years. So this is awesome because you can fold down your pattern pieces and the instructions and put everything in here, and then just, if you want to put in the grommet, you can, and you can hang it up on your pegboard. If you don't want to do the grommet, fine, put it in your drawer. It's all protected. And this will fit 8.5 by 11 as well, because some of my patterns are written on that for ease of viewing. And if you buy a lot of PDFs, you might print them out, and that would be on 8.5 by 11. Or, you know, A4, I think it is in Britain, wouldn't it? A4?
A4.
Yeah, I think A4. I don't know what that means. It's the measurements, and I don't have that memorized.
Yeah, the lower the number, the bigger it is.
The lower the number, the bigger it is?
Yeah,
like a needle?
I think so.
Like a 14 gauge needle is real big.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get into this. This is so simple. You're going to make a bajillion in no time. And I won't spend a lot of time doing greetings right now because I want this to live as a standalone tutorial, but I saw some of your comments before I came in here, and I'll get to you after the show as well, because I'm so grateful for you guys being here. So grateful.
We do want to do a little bit of Q&A probably.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you do have questions, I can't see them right now on this screen, but Ramel, and if Michelle is here, she'll see them. I'll see them after the show. If I don't answer during the live, I definitely will afterwards. Okay, so I'm using 10 gauge So Hungry Hippie clear vinyl because it's a little bit more pliable. You can always use the 16 gauge that is out there as well. It'll just be a little stiffer. I like this because it's easy to turn for bags. So I already put the cutting instructions in the blog post. If you're watching on YouTube, I linked the blog post. I can always go back and add the cutting measurements in there after the show. But one piece is a little bit shorter than the other piece. And then we're going to cut our binding sections, which are just 1 inch tall. And we fold it over, nice and simple, raw edges meeting, and that's it. If you want to use pre-packaged binding on this, you absolutely can. You'll just put it on like I've shown how to put on binding on other projects. It's no problem at all. Use what you've got. Okay, let's go overhead, and I'm going to show you. I did put on one section of the binding right now. So it's hard to see, but this piece is about 1.5 inches bigger than this piece. And that's because this one will live in front, and this is the one in the back where the grommet will go later, okay? So I put on the top piece for this one. Now we're going to put on the top piece for this one. We do not put on the bottom pieces until we place these together, and then we put on the bottom piece for both of them at the same time. So don't skip ahead just yet. Now I got out my double-sided sticky tape. Y'all know I love this. We don't have to do any ironing today. This is so fast and good. I just love it. We're going to put the double-sided sticky tape on this edge of the water-resistant canvas. And we're going to put it at the top edge as well. And this is one that I dug out of my drawer. It's all dusty and everything. I'm just going to use it up on this tutorial. I don't even care. Got some dust bunnies going on. Oh well, doesn't hurt my feelings.
Just like that, huh?
Just like that. Catch me outside. Okay, so I'm going to unpeel that paper and I'm going to stick on the clear vinyl. And I stick it a little bit above. I stick it about center, because then what I'm going to do is unpeel and fold this over. So right now, the bottom edge is held because of the double-sided sticky tape. Look what we're going to do. I'm going to peel off this one and fold this over. Now, you don't have to get real crazy about making this perfect. There's going to be one side facing front. I fold it so that the edges pretty much meet, but more importantly, I want the front to look really good. See, so over here it's like not perfectly matching, but this is the front, so who cares? Okay, this is the top. Let's sew right across this edge. It's about 1/8 of an inch from the edge of the water-resistant canvas. Did you turn on the sewing machine camera by chance?
No, I did not.
That's okay.
I'll get it going. It's okay.
Yeah, you get it set up, and for right now, they can just view from the front. I forgot to tell him that. So I've got my Gutermann Sew All thread. I just have ivory or white in here. 21, that must be white. And I do have a Microtex needle on and my Teflon foot, just in case, because I know those two things, when I have them loaded on when I'm sewing vinyl, there is less potential for hiccups. So I'm using a 3.5 millimeter stitch, and I'm just sewing right across that edge, all the way across. So it's on.
I got it now.
Is it all lined up?
It looks like not lined up. Yeah, it's lined up.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll show that view next. I'm going to trim that off. And now I'm going to lay the shorter sheet right on top of the longer one. See how they're going to line up? Now, you might have to put your head over your project and make sure everything is lined up. This is the...
You want me to zoom in?
No, I don't think you need to zoom in. The most important thing that I'm lining up right now, because I cut these correctly, is the bottom edge and then the side edges. And then you just want to give it a look and make sure that the bindings are parallel. You know, you don't want one like crooked like this, or that's going to bug you later. So make sure that the bindings are parallel. It's looking pretty good. Remember, we're not aiming for perfection. We're aiming for the best we can do in this moment in time. Right?
Just do it.
Some days are better than others. Am I right?
And today is a really good day for sewing, too.
It's a good day for sewing?
Yeah, because it's all like muggy and
Yeah, and I've
rainy
been here all
outside.
day.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I've actually been really happy because I turned on my audiobook and I'm just plugging away. Okay, these are looking pretty good. So I've put on my Wonder clips to hold these in place, because now what I'm going to do is place the bottom binding section. And I'm going to repeat exactly what we just did. So I'm going to put 2 rows of the Bianni double-sided sticky tape. It's 1/8 of an inch wide, so it doesn't gum up my needle. I'm not even usually sewing it, but even if I do, this brand does not gum up my needle. And I have tried all different kinds of brands. This is the one I'm sticking with. That's why it's in my shop. I sell what I use. Okay, so let's peel off one side. And I'm going to take the bottom edge of both sheets. Remember, these are together. And I'm going to place it a smidge up from the tape. Okay, see that? I want some overhang because then I can just trim it instead of trying to line everything up
Can I
like
zoom that in?
microscopically. I guess you can. Okay, so see how I did that? My tape is down here, and I put my vinyl about halfway up the binding. That's just personal pref. You can do it any way you want. It's going to work. Now I'm going to unpeel. You know what, Rimmel? I could really use a water. My hands are so dehydrated. I know. Do you think you can grab me one?
Of course, I can do that for you.
Please. Thank you. I'm so parched. And there we go. Those are lined up. Now, because this is 2 sheets, it wants to lift a little bit. So I'm going to help myself by using tools. These Wonder Clips will help a lot. And then I'm going to sew right along this edge again. Aww.
Here you go, my dearest.
Yeah. What do you want?
You'll see later on tonight.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, I can hear it now. Can you make me dinner?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, yes. All right, let's go to the sewing machine camera. Are you ready?
Yeah. You can do it.
So there it is. I wonder...
You might want to straighten it towards you.
Okay, like that?
Yep.
All right, here we go. We're sewing both sheets of vinyl at the same time. Teflon foot is on. I'm not pushing or pulling. It's about 1/8 of an inch. And there it is. See how you can hardly see the stitches?
Just like that, huh?
Just like that. So now I'm going to trim off the excess there. I'm going to have to remove the clips while I'm trimming. And I might want to get my bigger ruler. This one is a little longer. I set that up on along that bottom edge line. Set that up there, set that up there. I shouldn't have much to trim anywhere else. Yep, just a smidge. Let me see. If you have a cutting mat like this, you can line it up and make sure everything is ship shape and trimmed. We did cut these pieces at 10 inches wide so that we have room to trim if we need to, which I usually always have to, just to straighten everything up. Okay, so now we are going to put on the sides just like we did the bottom. So I have my 2 pieces of water-resistant canvas here. This is really thin, and the reason I like it for binding is because we don't have to worry about it fraying later. So, exactly the same way, remember? You're going to feel like you're using so much tape, but you know what? It's cheap and it is helpful. If you try to do this without it, I'm sure you can find a way, but it won't be as easy. Therefore, it won't be as fast. You ever try to cut corners and you end up screwing up and taking longer than if you had just followed a pattern? Because I sure have.
But aren't you
Like more than 10 times.
aren't you literally cutting corners? Like
Good one, Rimmel.
you like that one? That's
I think you should probably keep your day job, though.
those are the wonders of doing this live.
That's right. You never know what could happen. And truth be told, this is the first time I'm sewing this all the way through.
Oh my gosh.
I know, because I bought that one. I bought it somewhere. I don't know where. And I'm like, ooh, those edges are so bad. Ooh, they didn't use waterproof canvas. Ooh, their vinyl's cloudy. Ooh, being a judgy.
Yeah, well, that's
Judgy
what
though.
happens when you're like you start doing this thing.
It
these
happens
things.
all the time. I mean, do you ever go to a clothing store and you look at the clothing on the rack and you're like, ooh, they did not treat their seams well. I do. I can't help it. I have to tell myself there are reasons I'm buying all this gorgeous fabric, right? That's the reason, because stuff is made en masse, you know, They don't have time to do the things they used to do for clothing. That's why it's so cheap. You know, clothing in the 50s, it was expensive, and it was expensive for a reason.
I did not know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Are you hitting something?
No.
The screen just changed automatically. Oh, I thought I was overhead. You got to keep on, you got to
I was
help me
looking
out,
at
yo.
you the whole time.
Look, I know you were. We were having a straight up convo.
That's right.
Okay, here we go. That wants to lift again because it's 2 sheets. So just use your clips. Bring it on in here. Do we have anybody asking anything yet? Have you seen?
No, I haven't seen any questions yet.
Okay. So there's that side. Now if I wanted to be really efficient, I could just go to the other side and clip that one on. Shall I? Shall I? For once in my life, be efficient. Here we go. Actually, I think I'm pretty efficient a lot of times.
You are. That's why you can whip out something like this in like 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes, oh,
Well,
right.
I'm exaggerating, but you're a pretty fast sewer.
We were trying to explain to our kids last night how you can do homework or an assignment and still have a load of laundry going in the background because that laundry takes 45 minutes to an hour to process. And so to be efficient, put a load in the laundry, go do your homework. When it buzzes, you can get up, move your body to change it, and then come on back over and get going again, right?
Yeah.
And they were resistant.
Oh, yeah.
So then we had to pull out the old, when I was your age, I had
Oh
to
my
do all the
goodness.
laundry. No, it's all good. Okay, here we go. Let's do this side. So I just placed, I have a little overhang here, a lot of overhang here. You can do whatever you want there. I've placed this section. Now I'm gonna take this one off and fold this on over, making sure that from the front, this is looking really good. You can lift this up if you don't like your placement. You can peel it up. It's okay. It's not permanent forever, anything like that. Set in stone, whatever the saying is. So just do it now so you're happy with your project. Here we go. Oop. Now I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to share in case anyone is new. I put the flat, clear part of the clip down so that when you're sewing, it's nice and flat and it's not bubbling up.
How do you do that?
Huh?
How do you do that?
So I wouldn't put the clip like this because then that curve here will make it curve when you're sewing it. It's harder to sew. So you put the flat edge facing downward if you're going to be looking. So if I'm looking at this side when I'm sewing, I want to look at the right side of the clips, the colorful side. Capiche? Do you capiche, Ramel?
No, no capiche.
No capiche. Come on, Ramel, you have to capiche that.
Not right now.
Huh?
I'm not in the capiche mood.
Now, what I do here is I do sew the same direction. I don't flip this over. It's just me. It's, you know, I'm scarred from sewing straps out of vinyl and having them warp. So I just fold this in a bit. It's all right. And I sew in the same direction. So for me, this is from the bottom and I'm moving forward or to the top. Always moving forward. I read in a book somewhere where it says, if you're not changing, then you're not moving forward in your life. Meaning, you're not the same person you were 5 years ago. which gave me solace, I must say, because I always want to improve and evolve. Don't you?
Of course.
Okay, so I'm just trimming up the edges here. You can't even tell that these are raw edges the way this looks. Boom. Done. It's been 25 minutes since I started, and I've been talking. So I probably should have brought my grommet tool, but like I said, let's keep it separate so that we can do the grommet tutorial next week. But now, any paper pattern you put in here is protected, and you can, I wonder if I can open this without ruining it. Yeah.
Oh, I just ruined it.
No, I didn't. Don't freak me out like that. So see, for my Bardot bucket hat, the instructions are on 8.5 by 11. And so while you're doing the hat, if you wanted to hang the instructions up or put them in your stand, look, you can simply put it in here and it's protected from potential coffee spills or kidlets or whatever.
Or
Maybe
tea.
Huh?
It could be tea also.
Tea. I mean, it's just, it's great. You could even have a couple of these hanging up and put each sheet of the pattern in one. By the way, the Bardot bucket hat, it does have the traditional small size brim. Somebody came in and asked that on Saturday, and I probably should have put, well, I don't know where I would have fit it, but more photos. It has the traditional, like Gulligan's Island, fisherman's hat. It has the medium brim, and it has the extra large brim, which I loved this picture of my friend Kim, so that's why she's on the cover here, in the extra large brim, which is very extra. And that's why I love it so much. So there's that. Any questions that you can see? Can I answer anyone's? Okay.
Here, I'll send this one in.
Okay, he'll send this one in. Anyone have recommendations for pattern template material? So not like acrylic, you mean the soft bendy stuff? There is a clear material. I don't know what it's called. I used to use it. Somebody here might know. Ooh. I would just Google it, template material. It's like a thicker, clear material. You'll probably get it on Amazon or something. Ooh. What else?
Yeah, that's it.
Nothing about the project.
Well, I think they were mesmerized by how quickly you made this from beginning to end.
You'll make it just as quick, if not quicker. Super simple. And like I said, next week I'll have the grommet thing for you, hopefully. There was something else I wanted to mention. Oh, I did put some fabric bundles today under fabric bundles. And I have been trying to update fabric that has come in. One of them that came in is the Tula Owls and a tiny stripe that goes with it really nicely. So that's under Tula Pink. I did add her as in the shop drop down. If you just pull down that shop menu, you'll see that. I had bottle caps came in, so I'll be restocking that. I have to send somebody a matchup first, and then I'll list that. We have a bunch of things, fabrics and tools that have arrived yesterday. So I'll be going over that. I'm going to list another Noir bundle.
Yes.
Like Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir.
So there will be bundle 2 and bundle 3 available. Bundle 2 has the white with black outline skull on it, and bundle 3 is the black with white skull on it. I'm not going to pull them out because they're so nicely packaged, but bundle 2 is this, bundle 3 is this. It's the same amount of yardage, it's just different prints. So those will be available. Oh, I forgot to show this on Friday. I have listed the specialty limited edition Tula Pink scissors. You get 2 pairs in here, and they're etched, engraved, whatever you want to call it, and they say fabric only. They're quite heavy. So nice, I mean, to me that means nice quality. They're very sharp.
Yeah, and it says for fabric only.
Yeah.
So I never had to have to ask the question.
Right. 8-inch fabric shears and 6-inch straight scissors. Limited edition kit. So those are in, as well as her clear project bag things that I had before. I did restock some, and I got the Roar one in. And I did restock her journals that are glittery. Let me show you those real quick. And I don't know how long they'll last because these things tend to suddenly sell out and they're gone. So if you want this, it's restocked for a limited time.
I got more questions.
Okay, good. Let's answer some questions. Can you use dry erase markers on the vinyl to check off steps? Yes, you can, Melanie. Yep. Usually it just wipes off with water and washcloth, but if you're having any trouble, you can use an alcohol wipe, or some people have reported, I have not tested it, a fingernail polish wipe. You know, those little wipes they sell now?
Here's another one.
They're like little. Can you show the one with the skulls? What do you mean, Hetty, the bundle? I'm looking to see if I have a bolt over there.
Here's another one.
Well, let me get to Hetty. Can you use waterproof canvas, or is it too heavy for the binding? So Karen, the waterproof canvas that I sell has that black backing. I think it would work if you have a good quality machine. I think it would totally work. I used this because it is thinner. But you know what? Maybe I'll make one with this afterwards. It's not that much thicker. If you have a Teflon foot and you're using a Microtex needle and your machine is quality, doesn't mean new. Mine is super old. My 1008 can do this. She's 30 years old. I think this would work fine. Did you guys see I brought in a new color this morning? It's called Denim Blue. I know that I really need to split out the waterproof canvas, each color to be its own listing. Right now, I don't have the time right now. So all the colors are in one listing. If you open it, I did get a picture of Denim Blue in there, and I opened a box at home, and there's another blue color that I'll probably list tonight. It's not quite teal, but it's like in between the two, I believe. Okay.
Question. She was talking about
the pouch. The pouch. What pouch? Which pouch? Oh, this one. Is this what you're talking about? This was a tutorial maybe 6 weeks ago. I don't know. I don't have a concept of time. Maybe Michelle can find the link and put it in comments if she's here. But this was based on a By Annie pattern, and I had forgotten my pattern, so I just winged it, and I did my own measurements. And so can you guys if you want to. I highly recommend the pattern because it's good and it's a base for moving forward with other things. And we carry it. We have a lot of By Annie patterns in stock right now. This one was called Project Bags 2.0. There are many sizes, I think 5 sizes in hers. And as you can see, mine is just totally Natalie's size. It's just whatever.
Patty says that's the one.
That's the one. Good. Yeah, and this skull vinyl, I do have more, but it is running low. So just an FYI, if you want it, get it now because I'm not sure I can order more just now. It might have to wait a few months.
A few months, yeah.
I mean, the amount of stuff we have right now is crazy.
Yeah, you need to take a break, lady.
Yeah, Ramel told me I have to take a break from ordering. You're not the boss of me. What else? There's so much exciting stuff in here. I can't help but look around. I think we'll just have a really good matchup night on Wednesday night. I know I have been talking about going live impromptu, And that may end up happening this week as well. It kind of depends on the weather. I'm supposed to go in and meet somebody at H&H, and I'm worried about the weather because that's a far drive for me. It's like, well, far for me is 2.5 hours. I don't like driving. So we shall see. But in any case, it's going to be a fun week. And it's May 1st on Wednesday. Can you believe it? Oh, I will say on that note, the Jill Tunic is a little bit delayed. It won't be May 1st that it launches. It's okay though, because the things we have added to it you will love. And I have 2 ladies that are going through it with a fine-tooth comb for me in Denver. They are awesome, and I just want it to be really 100% awesome before I release that. So that's why. So thank you for your patience. It will be in May. It will be in May.
You just read April's mind. She was just asking about that.
Oh, did she ask?
Yeah.
Yeah, April. It's just be a little bit of a delay, not long, not super long. I just need to make sure all the pieces are 100% wonderful. And yeah, so there's that. We don't want to release something and then have to do amendments. That would be awful. I don't want to let anyone down. Okay, let's see it. Any update on the move? Not yet. We're getting closer. We'll see. I'm going to leave it there. Just send all the good thoughts that you can and the positive energy to allow this to happen. Because we did run into something, and we just need it to work out and be fixed and work. Positive thoughts, right? Positive thoughts. On that note, I think this is a wrap. Thank you so much for being here. If I didn't see your question or get to it, don't take it personally. I will get to you. And if I don't, absolutely send an email. help@sohungryhippie.com, because we get all of those. We read them all. We send replies. If you don't see a reply, it could be in your junk box or your spam folder. That's happening more and more these days because of privacy things with Apple. So just be sure to look all over because we do respond. Okay? All right, take care of you, and I will see you next week. Peace, love, sewing.